Hello, my divine kings and queens. So, today we're going to be talking about how to turn your pain into power. And the first thing that I wanted to start off by saying is let nothing that you've gone through discourage you and keep you from stepping into your blessing. Let nothing that you've gone through hinder you or detour you or stagnate you in any way to where you stop believing in you, in the great things that you can do and that you're going to do in this world. So, a little history on myself. I've gone through a lot, as I've explained before in my previous videos, and I have lived to tell my story. Let me tell you something. People may not understand why I praise God the way that I do, but until people really understand my pain and what I've been through, they will never be able to understand why I praise that man the way that I do. I do what I do with my videos because it's not about really where it's gonna go. It's really just if one person just watch my video and it encouraged them and inspire them in any kind of way. That's why I continue to do what I do, because it's not about who support me. It's about God supporting me and me believing in myself, that I know that what I'm doing is the right thing to do and that it is going to have a positive effect on those who listen to me. And like I say, I've gone through major upheavals in my life. I've gone through so much. I couldn't even begin to tell you everything in this video, but I can tell you, I've gone through a lot in being sexually abused at a very young age. Going through that and being in foster care really did something to just the way that I look at people. Going through that really did something to me, because I felt like at a young age that no one was really fighting for me. I didn't have no one to really fight for me. And I've gone through just a real tough, just tumultuous relationship with guys, with friends. I've had to forgive my parents for a lot, because, no matter what, they fought for me and they've been there for me. And I think that one of the things that I had to understand was really trying to love me and everything that I've gone through, because everything that I went through have put me in a position to where I didn't love me. I didn't love the way I looked. I didn't love just me, just my very being. Why I did things I did, why I think the way that I do, why I move the way that I move, because I was bullied so bad. I was bullied so bad, like just beyond being called ugly. Like, people just really did the most, and talking about me and talking my business a lot. I went through a lot. And I'm saying this because I don't know who else have gone through it, with experienced betrayal and alienation in their family, and their friends, just growing up in a community. And mentally it put me in this space of doubt, of self-doubt, of self-hatred. And it just led me down the wrong path, and really trying to chase love, wanting to be accepted, really feeling like I had to overcompensate and show people like, no, I'm not stupid. Like, I'm really smart out here, like borderline genius. You just don't know. And really feeling like I had to overcompensate and show people like, no, I'm doing this, no, I'm doing that, no, I can do this, no, I can do that. And it was never about the inability, you know, it was never about trying to show people like what I was capable of, you know, and it wasn't that I didn't have the ability to do it. It was just believing in myself that it was there the whole time. And this is why people went against me, because they saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And by beating me down and suppressing me and oppressing me, right, and keeping me in this state of depression, I would never be able to see it. And I went through that a good portion of my life. And looking back on it, I realized, I didn't love myself, and I wasn't as strong for myself as I should have been. Fast forward now, I can't get that time back, but I can make up for it now. And, being a supporter of oneself, I keep God first in everything that I do. There's not a moment that goes by that I don't get down on my knees and I don't pray. And I'm telling that man above how grateful and appreciative I am of everything that he's got me through, because I've been so depressed to the point where I wasn't taking care of myself. Days and days was going by after I had my second abortion. And I was in so much pain. I felt like that situation that I went through, I didn't really have no support, because even in my own home, people don't realize it. They'll think, oh, because she stayed with so-and-so, like they helped her get through that. No, I had to get myself through it, because ain't nobody told me to, at some point in time, that I had to shake this off of me and get back to my life. I had to tell myself that. And I was so depressed, and people don't know it. Like, I really just gave up. I had given up. I do what I do because I don't know who was going through what they're going through, but I can tell you, when you've gone through alienation and you've gone through being overlooked in your family, there was love that I was seeking and I didn't get it. And I kept trying to figure out, I don't know if it's competition, I don't know if it's jealousy, I don't know if it's envy, but I feel like if I couldn't get past it and tell everyone that I'm, happy for everybody, I just didn't understand why I didn't get that back. And it was never about being jealous of if someone was to surpass me or what have you, or who did what first. It was just what I was looking for. Because I felt like, okay, I've been down the road where I've been called a hoe and a shone. I've been down the road where I've been called a liar. I've been down the road where I've been looked at as not having no common sense and no street smart. I've been down the road where people have called me ugly. I've been down the road where, people didn't want to be my friend. People didn't want to support me, or people just did not gravitate towards me in a way that I felt like I wanted people to. And I saw them do it so easily for everyone else. And I've been down that road, and I said, okay, let me go down this road and see who. And it's like, no, I had to really get into this mindset where do it for you. Do it, be better for you. Don't look at who rocking with you, who on the left, who on the right, who walking with you. Like, do it for you. So if, like, at the end of the day, you can say, I did it for me. I ain't do it because so-and-so, so that you're not setting yourself up for disappointment. Because people will always disappoint you. Let me tell you, you will find some that will really root for you. And like I say, if you find a good group set of friends or what have you, or family members that really rock for you, stick with these people and hold on to these people, because these are people that God has sent your way so that you will not be alone here on this earth. I do not feel that God placed us here to go through all this hell by ourselves, but I do feel that we are going to go through it because we are choosing to follow him and worship him. And anytime that you're choosing to go down the road less traveled, people are always going to look at you in a way that you will never understand. But in telling you what I have gone through and explaining to you I've been there in that dark space where I was crying, I let myself go. I didn't want to fix myself up. I didn't even want to get out the bed. My room, everything was in disarray. It was really, really, really bad. People did not understand that. I had lost so much weight. I was embarrassed to take certain jobs that I knew I had to take to try to do what I had to do and pay my bills. I was embarrassed looking at, wow, so-and-so done bossed up, done glowed up, and I'm here and going through all this hell and setbacks. And I fight with it every day. And when I started this channel, it's because I was led, but also I wanted to help others and let others know, like, you're not alone if you're going through depression. You're not alone if you're going through alienation. You're not alone if you're going through oppression, suppression, and anxiety, and, you know, defeats and losses and setbacks. Because let me tell you, after going through what I've gone through, I can honestly tell you, by keeping that man first, by praying and by holding on to my faith, there was times I cried and I kept saying, God, please let this come through for me. God, I promise you, get me out of this. I will never go back to that man. I will never go back to that friend. God, please just get me out. God, please, I don't want to be here no more. I don't want to struggle no more. I don't want to hurt no more. No more drama, no more pain. And I felt like in that moment, a burden was lifted off my shoulders. I felt so free to go out and do my videos, and I didn't care who laughed at me. I didn't care who said, oh my God, look at Victoria, she never used to do this, she never used to look like this that don't sound like Victoria talking about God now, Victoria doing this, ha 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 ha. If people laughing at my spirituality, let me tell you something, because I know what I've been through. You will never understand my praise until you understand my pain. It's a lot of people didn't understand what I went through. They didn't understand. Go through several abortions, go through losses in your finances, not knowing how you gonna keep your family afloat, not knowing if you're gonna be homeless the next day. Go through having everything that you worked so hard for being shot down to the ground, and you have to start out from ground one. Go through confessing in friends. Now them very same friends go through and tell your business. Everybody in a moment talking about, well, how you able to do that? Don't you got to save your money? And you know where it's coming from, because you know you only told us. Like, it's like, I know it. I know my business was spreaded. Go through being judged. Go through people not being able to accept you who you are now, because they're trying to keep you in this space of being a slut or being a hoe or being a liar, and saying you can't come up out of that. How can you talk about God and you was like this? How can you be so wise? How can you be so much mature now? People are stuck, like people don't evolve and people don't grow up. Go through that, and going through fights and opposition with your mother, with your father, people on every end not supporting you and doubting you that you could have came out of a situation the way that you did, and then come up out of it. You have been changed too. You would be changed too. You will understand the power of God. You will truly understand the energy that you possess to really be able to get up every day and say, you know what, I don't care what I'm going through. I'm going to hold my head up high, because I know that God is going to make everything go all right. And I had to understand that the pain won't last long, and it was only here to make me strong. So I went on with life and held my head up high. And when it was my time to shine, I'm doing my thing, because I can say that I earned this opportunity to shine. I earned this right to get on here and encourage others, because I've gone through it. I've earned this right to get on here and inspire others, because I've gone through things. I've gone through things that I shouldn't have made it out. And if I made it out, I shouldn't have made it out in my right mind. If I did make it out, I shouldn't have made it out being stable. I shouldn't have made it out in the manner that I did. But I did, because that man had me. He was not gonna let people do me the way that they did me, because listen, I was innocent. In situations I was placed in, I was innocent and I didn't deserve it. But I was able by the power of God to turn my pain into power. And that's the very same thing that I'm encouraging you to do. Let me tell you something. That business, it's going to happen for you. Let me tell you something. Hold on to that idea. I don't care if you got to do what you got to do. Get this money, save this money, do it. Because those ideas are sent from the most. Those ideas, listen, they're going to take you places. That business is going to take you places. If you writing a book, publish it, it's going to take you places. If you got a brand, if you got a business, hold on to it, it's going to take you places. Let me tell you something. If you're a motivational speaker, you got a channel, whatever it is that you're doing, you're an entrepreneur, hold on to it because it's going to take you places. You turning your pain into power. Everything that you've gone through. What did Marvin Sapp say? Undefeated. Champion, be seated on your throne. Ruler, redeemer, savior of the world. If you lost your job, baby, don't lose your joy. If your children going where them to pray for them, they're going to come back. And you got to be there in your right state of mind to accept them back and to love them in a way. Love them in a way. Don't push them away. Love them. Accept them. Pray for them. God going to bless you with another job. God going to bless you with more opportunities. God is going to bless you. But you have to be in the energy to accept these positive things that are going to come your way, these blessings that are going to come your way, these obstacles that God is clearing for you. The enemy wants you to be defeated, but it ain't going to happen because you're going to turn your pain into what? Into power. That's what my divine kings and queens going to do. You're going to turn your pain into power. However way that you do it, you're going to do it. And it's going to happen. JC, back me up. GP, are you with me? If you need love, you got it in me. You need support, you got it in me. You need a friend, you got it in me. You need inspiration, you need motivation, you got it in me. Keep striving, keep thriving, keep fighting, keep believing, keep the hope alive. Be blessed, my divine kings and queens.